Welcome to this exercise on daylighting and shading devices. So in this session, we'll add some external shading devices to the analytical space model. So I'm going to continue working in the same analytical space model. I've already done the validation. We've set everything properly. So what I'm going to do now is add some shading devices. So this is on the Home tab, on the Embedded Surfaces group, and I'm going to use the Add Fin tool. First, we want to select the type of fin. So I'm going to scroll down here. There's actually some fins that were set up to match up what's in the EcoSim building model. So I'm going to select the Smart Shade option 2. That was the option I had selected in the building design model. I'll leave the rest of the defaults, and I'm just going to place the fin over these windows in the gymnasium. Let me zoom in a little bit here. And I'm going to start by selecting the surface. Now I actually want the window surface. When I select that, it's going to initially select the wall surface, but if I right-click on my mouse, it will then select the window surface, and you should see it highlighted in pink. Then I'm going to select the start point of the fin. So I'm going to select this end point here, and I can start drawing the fin over that. And I'm just going to draw it over all the windows at once. There's no need to do them one at a time. We can do the entire group of windows. And it's actually placed that fin. You may note it actually, for one reason or another, it draws it in the reverse. But if I come over here to my project tree, I can select that and select the properties. And I'm just going to change the length value here and put a negative sign in front of it, and that will force it to draw in the other direction. So I'm going to apply that and select OK, and then that reverses it so it's correct on the ASM. Then I'll just continue to add fin again. I've still got the same fin selected. Again, I'm going to select the surface. It's highlighting the entire wall, so I'm going to right click to switch it to the window, and then select my start point and the end point. And again, I'm going to need to go to properties, and I'm going to change that length to a negative number. Select apply, and now we see the fins in there correctly. For the last set of windows, I'll just rotate my view around, select add fin again, select the window, select my start point, and the end point. And again, we'll put the negative in there. Select apply. So now I've got the fins over the gymnasium windows. I may also want to include a roof overhang. If I selected a roof type that has a eave that overhangs the walls, that could provide some shading on the exterior walls. And so we can do the same thing, just using a different shading device. I'm going to select Add Fin again. Select the Smart Roof Overhang. We'll leave the rest of the defaults. I'm going to start here on the back wall. I'm going to select that back wall and then enter the corner point as the start point, and I can start drawing over to the next corner. That draws the first roof overhang. I'm just going to kind of continue around, adding those fins as I go. And then once I'm finished, I've got shading devices that represent the overhang of the roof, as well as the solar shading devices above the windows. Now I can go to the Calculations tab, select the simulation, and run another simulation. So I'll call this simulation with shading devices. Putting in my HVAC system again. make sure I select that heat system, and we'll select full year and start the simulation. Once the report is finished, you can open up and review the results and then compare them to the previous results and see if the shading devices are adding value, if they're decreasing the energy consumption, or in what areas they might be decreasing it or increasing it.